Welcome back into the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Van Ode, almost set for game 2 between CSUN and Grand Canyon. The starting goaltenders for tonight's game. There you see Vincent Seppi, Simi Valley native, a junior at CSUN. His third start of the season, a 1-1 record, 3.50 goals against average, and an .873 save percentage. And for Grand Canyon, it's Michael Norris, who was their #1 goalie last season. He's a Phoenix, Arizona native, sophomore at GCU. Second start of the season, 0-1 record, 5.00 goals against. He made 49 saves against the University of Arizona last weekend. Matadors start their top line of Alex Ryans, Eli Berengut, and John Blasco. Levi Bowles and Will Lessick, the starting defensemen. CSUN trying to sweep GCU here tonight. Berengut chips it into Lope territory. Back to collect it, their captain, Brett Kramer. Shovels it around for Connor Hansen. Had trouble with it. Clears to neutral ice. Blasco back in, touched legally, and taken by Luke Wilson. Wilson was GCU's most physical player last night. Back to the line, Bowles leaves for Blasco. Now Berengut. We're on the Olympic sheet tonight, so a little bit more room for both of these teams to work with. First game on the Olympic sheet this season for CSUN here at the Isoplex. Bowles back to collect. Good start for the Matadors top line. Hemming in GCU, but still no shots on Michael Norris. Norris played both games against the Matadors last season. Lessick a shot, and it's off of Nick Maralda and wide. Garrett Hefty, angled off by Kramer, picked up by Maralda. This is GCU's top defensive pair. Chipped up the wing by Jeff Payne, settled by Mason Ewan. Ewan right back in, CSUN touches up. Good pace early on in this one. Payne sends it around the boards. Seppi can't cut it off. Alex Marbach's there. Cameron Wojnicki checked down by Hefty. Wojnicki regathers, shovels it in behind the net. Marbach chips it up the glass, just ahead of Hefty, countering Wojnicki. Wojnicki shoots wide. Payne a backhand bid wide. Ewan a bit of space. Chips it down the ice. Quinton Abaya trying to cut in first. He does, and it's stopped by Norris. Abaya turned on the Jets. Got the first shot of the game on Michael Norris. Good save. Again, it's rung around the boards. Trey Green deflects in the middle of the zone. Cameron Rorick clears out, brought back in by Tyler Kurek, offside. Scratch tonight for the Matadors, Brandon Hagan, Brandon Calvoda. Matt Bushtun is out with an injury. Tom Dobricott out with an injury. Evan Wright is still at his wedding. And also, Jack Maxton is scratched. Maxton is feeling a bit ill. Remember, he didn't play the third period last night after he threw up in the dressing room in between periods. Puck stolen by Green. Gets around Lessick out front, denied by John Michael Lauren. Matt Hoover, first career 2-goal game last night, leaves for Tommy Peng. So Peng is again on this line in place of Maxton. This is the Rorick line. Lessick rifles it back in. CSUN gets back on side. Plenty of time for Kramer. It'll be interesting to see how the Olympic sheet plays tonight. Lauren right back in. GCU having trouble getting through the neutral zone. Kurek reverses. It's picked up by Ryans. Berengut sandwiched off of the puck. Sent ahead by Jacob Furnow. Taken over by Lauren and sent back in. Again, GCU can't get past the red line. 16:55 remaining in the opening period. Berengut out front. Stopped by Norris. Another big save by Norris early on. 2-on-2 for the Lopes. Cody Parker, their lone goal scorer, sends it caddy corner and paid for it. As Lessick checked him down. The other way, Blasco. Now Lauren up ice as the defenseman, but you know John Michael Lauren can carry the puck at will. Blasco to Lauren. Shot stop by Norris. And the Matador checked into Norris. That's Hans Wormsdobler. Play continues. Real good pace to this opening period. GCU is offside. And it's whistled down. 16-12 remaining in the opening period. CSUN got on the board first last night, something they've only done twice this season. Scoring in first periods had been a problem for the Matadors. Garrett Hefty scored in the first period of their first game against Utah State, and then the Matadors went 3 straight games without getting a goal in the first period. But that was all changed yesterday as Quinton Abaya beat Daniel Swale off his glove hands. Jacob Steinfeld, this is the Matadors' 4th line. Wormsdobler with time, but it's turned over to Gabe Rankin. Rankin's shots easily held by Seppi. 15:45 remaining in the opening period. Still no score. Thanks so much for tuning in once again on the Matador Sports Network. Quick shot off the draw wide of the net. Abaya flips to Max Goen. No icing. Goen has Hefty heading to the net. Again, Goen is replacing Evan Wright on the second line, as again Wright is out of town for a wedding. The Matadors mixed and matched their lines last night to success. Really controlled play against GCU. Ewan to Hefty. Shakes a hit, stabs further. Abaya interfered with, but play continues. 2-on-1 though. Hefty, backhand bid, scores! Garrett Hefty goes bar down on Michael Norris. CSUN on top at 15:05. Hefty's 2nd goal this season, the senior from Camarillo. So it was a good thing there wasn't a delayed penalty on the play, I suppose. Although CSUN would have gotten a power play anyway, because in the ACHA, if you score on a delayed penalty, you still get the power play. So the Matadors, when they've scored first this season, a 1-1 record. GCU, when giving up the first goal, is 0-4. As they have a 1-4 record. Their lone win against Colorado State. Matadors keep the pressure up. Hefty right back out. Oh, he hammers down Maralda. Hefty, as always, a physical presence. Chipped inside the zone by Sullivan Murphy. Ewan and Abaya pick up the assists on the goal. So Ewan had an assist yesterday as Seppi covers up. Ewan with 2 assists early on this season, the senior from Valencia. And Abaya, of course, had the opening goal yesterday. Picks up his 3rd assist of the season. A good start for CSUN. Rourke can't win the draw against Parker, but it comes to neutral ice. Matadors rolling 4 lines as they normally do. Certainly the deeper team against GCU. Icing on the Lopes. Grand Canyon in their 2nd year of existence. They do have aspirations to move up to Division I as early as next season. Don't know that that's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. GCU may bring in a monster recruiting class over the offseason. We'll see. To be in Division I, you have to get a 75% yes vote amongst the D1 members. That's what separates D1 from everybody else. So GCU's got to get that support from the other 50 to 60 members of Division I, or at least 75% of them. Pang checked out of the ice, but Rorick's there to support. What a battle down low, picked up by Hoover. In front for Rorick, stopped by Norris, rebound cleared out. Good chance there for Rorick. Matador's leading goal scorer coming into the weekend. Now it's Matt Hoover. So he has a team best 4. Hoover, nice forecheck, yields a turnover. Settled by Rorick. What work by the Matador's 3rd line on this shift. GCU, all they can do is clear out and head off on a change. Lauren trying to catch him on it. Stretches to Rorick. Did not deflect. Icing on CSUN. 13:05 remaining in the opening period. Garrett Hefty from Ewan Anabaya to open the scoring. Very close game last night in terms of shots. Matadors only out shooting GCU by a 1 or 2 officially. But again, possession-wise, CSUN had the better of it. Rorick wins the draw, shoveled around for Barangut. Barangut was able to change before the icing, so a fresh body out there. Marbach just clears out. GCU touches up. Lauren, pressured by Rankin, but gets it to Ryants. Ryants from the outside, deflected up and out of play by Meralda. GCU again, 16 skaters tonight, their exact same lineup as last night. 16 skaters, 3 goalies. Michael Norris, again, was their #1 last season. It's been a pure rotation between him, Swale, and Michael Barabash, who we have not seen this weekend. Danny Roy, the second-year head coach for GCU, formerly of Santa Rosa Junior College, then Arizona State. Was an assistant coach at ASU before becoming the head coach at GCU last season. Icing on CSUN. He's run a pure rotation, just like JP Gale and Steve Gale have done with Vincent Seppi and Brandon Calvoda so far. Seppi, his career record, now 16-5-0-1, 11 games over 500. Seppi, a career 3.04 goals against and an .891 save percentage. Sparkling numbers for Seppi. Anytime you have a career goals against around 3 or even below 3, that is very good in the ACHA. Seppi would like to get that save percentage over 900, but that's tough to do as well in the ACHA. Bulls to Ryants. And it works out to Barangut. Barangut just able to get his head up in time. Takes a Meralda hip check. Blasco holds the zone. Ryans comes in to support. Worked back to Lessick. Shot blocked. Meralda settles. Sends to Green. 3-on-3 for GCU. Now the 2 other forwards peel off as they need a change. Lessick, stretch pass, Blasco. Blasco met by a couple lopes, gives it up to Rankin. Played further by Marvin Simmons, big bump, Lessick. Gets a rise out of the CSUN crowd there on Hansen. Bowles loses an edge. Knocked down legally by Rankin, Seppi's there to cover up. And Rankin went hard on that. It was a bit of a chippy game last night. Rankin still tangled up. But now skates away. He was tangled up with George Reznikov. So Reznikov is in the lineup tonight. He's really the only change. Reznikov is in for Jack Maxton. Sent out front, a backhand bid by Furnow, stopped by Seppi, down and out, but they can't get a rebound bid. Furnow was allowed to walk right out front, but Seppi sharp early on. Reznikov, the Matadors' 13th forward, getting a shift. Shovels it around, taken by Steinfeld. Reznikov on the backhand, off the side of the net. Good look there for Reznikov, the freshman from Kiev, Ukraine. GCU the other way. Just out of the reach of Furnow, but no icing. The 2 sevens meet. Ewan trying to get it past Furnow. Nice work on the forecheck, but nobody's out front. Marbach out of the reach of Steinfeld, but the zone's cleared. Murphy to Wilson, deflected further. Colton Edgington shoots, and it's gloved off by Seppi. Brandon Calvoda picked up his first win last night of the season. Now has a career record of 28-17-1-1. Good to see Calvoda get his first W in his junior season. Seppi a junior as well. Calvoda, a nice bounce back effort last night, and he really bailed the Matadors out of a lot of odd man opportunities, particularly in the first period. That game could have easily been 5-4 last night, had it not been for Calvoda. Let's go CSUN, the chance. First game of the season on the Olympic sheets. Lauren has Abaya up ice, and it's gloved down by Meralda. Another good play there from Nick Meralda, the Lakeland, Florida native, a freshman. A lot of GCU players are freshmen. Danny Roy bringing in a huge recruiting class. But, you know, the con to that, of course, is a very young team. Abaya trying to cut in. Woo, nice little move around Meralda. Abaya gets to the puck first. Now going. Hefty trying to gain body position. Checked off of the puck, sent out. But that goes for icing. Just past the halfway mark of the opening period. 9:32 to go. Garrett Hefty, the lone goal scorer so far. Rourke controls the draw to Bowles, walks the line, shoots, didn't get to Norris. Pang first on it. CSUN's winning a lot of these puck races. Hoover drops to Pang. Didn't handle the puck well, held him by Bowles. What a battle out front. Rourke loses his stick. GCU furiously trying to clear, once again held in. Hoover. Defended well by Meralda, but takes the puck back. Hoover tries to get it to Pang, disrupted by Wilson. Pang to Hoover, shot stopped by Norris, no rebounds. Hard working shift by the Rourke line that time. 8:56 remaining in the first. GCU in their inaugural season in the ACHA finished 6-22-2. They have regionals aspirations this season. We'll see how it goes. The Rourke line stays out there. It's 1 to Bowles. Quick shot stop by Norris. Picked it up at just the last seconds. Bowles almost beat him to the far side. Chance for Simmons to clear. And it just gets past Hoover. Bowles. Check down to the ice. But Hoover's there. Bowles and Rankin dueling with one another away from the puck. Sent around by Kurek. GCU clears out. All CSUN here in the first. Marbach's got to be careful. Hansen cancels him. Rankin had Simmons out front, couldn't get it to him. And the puck rims to Simmons. Simmons checked by Baronguts, taken over by Ryans. Knocked down by Murphy. Ryans couldn't gather, but plays whistle down on a hand pass from GCU. Sullivan Murphy doesn't like the call, but it is a hand pass, and that's a break for CSUN as GCU all of a sudden was threatening. Murphy, an Orangeville, Ontario native, a freshman, played last for the Travis Stock team in the PJHL. A lot of junior experience for GCU. Ewan. Area pass, knocked down by Meralda, now taken by Blasco. Blasco to Ryans. Tries to dangle around Murphy, stands him up. Blasco. Outdoors have had good puck support here in the first period. Blasco cycles for Baronguts. Tried to feed Ryans. Barongut again, blocked by Murphy. Ewan back from where it came. Ryans a heavy bump, and it's held in the zone. Murphy gets to it first, off of Blasco. Blesick at the line, fakes the shot through Baronguts. Blasco hoping for Barongut or Hefty. Deflected up. Not a hand pass on CSUN as GCU clears out. Furnow just chips it in. And here GCU wanting more movements. Furnow just kind of was stuck in cement there for a moment. Kramer rubbed out. Wilson punches it further. Now Green gets his head up just in time. Edgington for Wilson. Shoots off the post. Rebound wide. CSUN dodges a huge bullet there. Off the inside of the post, but didn't beat Seppi. And then the rebound went through the crease and wide. Rankin a bump on going. GCU, a surge here as we get later on in the first period. 6:22 to go. Lauren creates some space. but Goen just couldn't hold up offside. Change in line for the Matadors. So they continue to roll predominantly 4 lines here in the first. Obviously trying to wear down the Lopes as they do to pretty much every opponent. Rourke wins to Peng, shot wide. 50-50 puck. Peng uses his speed to get there first. Worcester players dig at it. Pried free by the Lopes, but they can't clear. Hoover off of Norris, and it goes in! We'll see who gets credit for it. Maybe Matt Hoover. If so, his 3rd goal of the weekend. Hoover all kinds of space, and boy, he used it. Big 2nd goal for the Matadors late in the first. Right after GCU had a real good opportunity. Maralda's shot stopped by Seppi, big rebound. Green to Edgington, stopped by Seppi. No rebound. And Matadors protecting their junior goalie. CSUN really needs a sweep this weekend. GCU is expected to be in the regionals hunt, so a sweep over them means you have that the entire season now with the computer ranking. That would be very big for the Matadors' chances to make regionals in back-to-back years. Barron got tape-to-tape Ryants, trying to get around Maralda. It does go to Hoover. It's his 3rd goal of the weekend, a team leading now 5th goal of the season. Rourke and Peng pick up the assist, 2-on-1 for CSUN. Ryans to Barron Gut, kicked away by Norris. Barron got in just a little too tight there. So Rourke and Peng again the assists. Peng had 2 assists yesterday for his 3rd career multi-point game. Rourke had a helper as well last night. CSUN trying to put the pressure on even more as we get later on in the first. Hefty and Hoover. Simmons shoots, steered aside by Seppi. Kevin Stanke's out for his first shift of the night. Matadors' 6th defenseman, give and go. Rank inside of that, denied well by Blasco. Stabbed to Abaya. Abaya stops up on Kurek. The shot blocked. Settled by Marbach. Ewan telling him to go up the near wing. Goen did not deflect, and it's icing. Kramer just gets there ahead of Hefty. 4:11 remaining in the opening period. So this is the Matadors' first multi-goal first period of the season. Coming into tonight, the Matadors a -4 in first periods. +1 in second periods, even in third periods. The CSUN now a -2 in first periods as they look to keep getting better in opening periods this season. Abaya can't beat Maralda this time, once again icing on the Matadors. Seemingly, the Olympic sheet has been beneficial to the Matadors so far. CSUN is the quicker team between the two. 4th ever meeting between these two teams. Matadors have won the previous 3. 2 games last year, 1 here, and 1 at Easy Ice Peoria. Ewan reverses for Marbach. Marbach clears out. Maralda off of Abaya. Marbach to Ewan. Ewan curls away from the pressure of Ray Thomas. Stretch pass taken over by Maralda, but right to Hefty. Hefty looking for goal number 2 in the first. Defended well by Murphy. Still doing as Abaya comes in to help. And it slides to neutral ice. Ewan Able to get it to Marbach. Stick lifted by Parker. Marbach back to Ewan. And he's able to clear the zone. Kramer back in as Green touches up. 50-50 puck. Marbach stabs it ahead. Kramer's weak shots taken by Edgington. Back to Kramer. Kramer to Green. Pressured by Abaya and Hefty. Sent in low for Wilson. Out front, a quick shot. And Seppi's got it. GCU that close to getting into the hockey game. Seppi somehow able to keep that puck out. He's quietly had a strong first period. Offensive zone face-off at the Lopes. 2:55 remaining in the first. Stay tuned during the first intermission. I'll recap the stats and scoring plays. Shot by Kramer hits the mass of humanity. Lauren looking to clear. Gets away from Edgington, as really only Lauren can do. Stretched to just ahead of Lessick. Played out by Kurek. Lauren turns it over to Wilson. Wilson back-checked by Rourke, taken by Hoover. Kramer back up the wing, settled by Lauren. Rourke with a bit of space. Rourke slides it behind the net. Norris makes a play on it, turns it over to Rourke. Rourke, pressured by Kramer, but Pang is there, walks out front. Actually, that was Hoover, beg your pardon. Couldn't get it on Norris. Chipped in by Hansen. CSUN calling for icing, and it is. So a mistake there for GCU. See if CSUN can take advantage, sending their top line out. 1:58 remaining in the opening period. Matadors trying to get back to 500 on the season. 2-3. GCU looking for their second victory of the year. The officiating crew rules it's not icing now, and the face-off comes in the center circle. So a break for the Lopes. Rankin against Ryants. They tie each other up. It's played to Murphy. Ewan. Stretch pass intercepted by Meralda. Ewan just kind of telegraphed that pass. An easy steal for Meralda. Ewan checked by Rankin, but Blasco's there. Held in. Numbers down low for GCU, chipped wide by Rankin. Rankin gains body position on Ryants. Hansen back for Meralda. Rankin stood up by Marbach, taken by Ewan. Boy, Meralda's played a ton so far tonight for GCU. Ewan feathers it in deep. Meralda stabs it away from the forecheck. Blasco out front off of Baron Guts. Rankin to neutral ice. Marbach quickly to Blasco. 1 minute to go in the first. Blasco waiting for some help. Baron Gut heads to the net. Blasco stick checked away. Matadors just too slow to get up ice there. Wilson for the Lopes. Goes wide on Marbach. Out front, Hefty steals. Kept alive by Kurek, shot blocked by Hefty. Marbach can't clear. Spawn in by Wilson. CSUN can't clear the slot, and Luke Wilson makes him pay. It's his third goal of the season, a sophomore from Spokane Valley, Washington. That's a big one for GCU. They have some momentum heading into the second period, some confidence, if you will. Still 25 seconds to go in the period. Matadors trying for one last gasp. Hefty and Abaya mixed up with one another. Green quickly. Green, stopped by Seppi. GCU coming alive here in the final minute of the first. Wilson's goal coming with 30 seconds even. 6 seconds left. Important face-off here. Hefty takes it against Simmons. The referee talking to the scorekeeper. And now heading over, talking to Danny Roy. Not quite sure what that was about. No time was put on the clock. Hefty wins the draw cleanly. Marbach can't clear. Comes out to neutralize. The clock never started. Rankin a shot wide, and that's the end of the first period. Well, a mistake by the scorekeeper. Didn't start the clock there for about 5 seconds. Period should have ended before the shots, but didn't get on that anyway. Matadors escaped the first period with the lead. Hefty got his second of the season. 4 minutes and 55 seconds in. Assisted by Ewan and Abai at even strength. And then about 10 minutes later, Matt Hoover scored his third goal of the weekend. Team leading 5th of the season from Rourke and Pang at even strength. But with 30 seconds left, Wilson potted his third of the season from Edgington and Kramer at even strength to cut the lead in half. No penalties in the opening period, and we will come back with shots on goal for you. Pretty good period for CSUN, dominated territorially, but GCU hanging around as they only trail by 1 as we head to break on the Matador Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Van Ode. End of the first period, CSUN 2, Grand Canyon 1. Garrett Hefty opened the scoring, his second goal of the season from Mason Ewan and Quinton Abai at even strength. About 10 minutes later, Matt Hoover potted his third goal of the weekend. Team leading fifth goal of the season from Cameron Rorick and Tommy Peng, also at even strength, but CSUN their own slot, and with just 30 seconds left in the period, Luke Wilson scored his third goal of the season, assisted by Colton Edgington and Brett Kramer at even strength to cut the lead in half. No penalties so far, and GCU actually had the better of the shots, 12-10 in that opening period. But again, CSUN had the better of the play possession-wise. Thought that Michael Norris had a pretty solid opening 20 minutes for GCU. And Seppi, really nothing he could do about that GCU goal, as it was slid right underneath him. It was a nice shot by Wilson after CSUN couldn't clear their own slot. But Seppi had a very solid opening 20 minutes as well. So it's an even strength hockey game, and CSUN's had the better of it. They'll look to keep on wearing down GCU as the game goes along. About 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the intermission, as the Sam has one or two more passes to make. We'll be back with a few more notes to pass along to you before the start of the second period. Hefty and Hoover have given the Matadors a one-goal cushion after 20 on the Matador Sports Network. Once again, back at the Simi Valley Isoplex, I'm Travis Van Ode. Start of the second period, CSUN leading GCU 2-1. When leading after one period of play early on this season, the Matadors are now 1-1. They picked up their first win in that scenario last night. And when trailing after one period of play this season, GCU 0-3, but a very tight game between these two teams. Matadors will try and keep wearing down GCU as the night goes along. The Lopes with 16 skaters. Matadors a full complement of players. Sans a couple of top 9 forwards, and Jack Maxton, who's again out with illness. And Evan Wright is out of town for a wedding, so he'll be back next Saturday when the Matadors host Cal State Fullerton. It'll be CSUN's WCHC opener this season. It was supposed to be on Friday night against San Diego State, but that game has been rescheduled to January. And you see Michael Zachary, a Matador player that is unable to play this semester, but he's pumped up, trying to pump up his mates as they make their way over from their dressing room on the NHL side. There were a couple of AAA games that were played on the NHL sheet tonight, both involving the SoCal Titans and the Junior Sharks. 16 trips and 18 trips, so that's why the Matadors playing on the Olympic sheet tonight. CSUN about ready to make their way back out onto the ice, and GCU coming back out as well in a moment. Second period begins 5-on-5. So there have been no penalties period called in this one. It's been an even strength hockey game. Matadors have dominated possession-wise, but got to find a way to limit their mistakes because GCU made them pay in the opening 20 minutes. Matadors also need to put some more pucks in the net as well. Going back to the WCHC, Matadors are the defending champs, of course, and there's already been a couple of WCHC conference games played. Cal State Fullerton beat Long Beach State at Staples Center. It was the WCHC opener for both teams, and it was their opening Kings College Cup game. That was last Saturday night, and Cal State Fullerton came from behind. They trailed 5-1 in the third, and they beat Long Beach State 7-6. So Long Beach State has been eliminated from the Kings Cup, and Fullerton moves on to the semifinals. Fullerton also 1-0 in WCHC play. We'll get to the out-of-town scoreboard during the second intermission, where there's been a couple more WCHC games played since then. Matadors start the top line. Ryant's, Berengut, Blasco with Bowles and Lessick. Same starting 5 as the opening face-off. GCU continues to hang around against the Matadors. See how much longer they can hang in this one. Puck is won forward by Noah Cassio. Bowls around for Lessick, further Berengut. Berengut's pass cut off by Kurek, shot skips wide. Cassio, the SoCal native from Corona, played for the OC Hockey Club's AA program. So a homecoming. Good initial shift by GCU. Kurek's shot, stopped by Seppi. Picked it up as it came in. Lessick to Berengut, deflects right to a Lope. Bowles in front to deny the centering pass. All GCU to begin. CSUN's gotta wake up here. Cassio, side of the net, stopped by Seppi. Vincent Seppi keeping the Matadors lead in the first 46 seconds of the period. Not a good shift by the Matadors top line, being hemmed in the entire time. Hefty out to take the draw against the goal scorer for the Lopes, Wilson. Wilson wins. Shot by Marolda, blocks. Abaya a chance to clear. Does. It's gloved by Goen. Touched first by Marolda. Play continues. Backhanded in by Thomas. Played his youth hockey right here for the SoCal Titans, AAA program. Quartz Hill native, that's where Abaya is from. Gloved ahead. It's a hand pass on GCU. 1 minute, 9 seconds into the middle frame. CSUN trying to sweep GCU. get 2 needed wins. Trying to get back to 500 as well. GCU searching for their 2nd win of the season. Their only win coming against Colorado State's Division II team. This is just GCU's 3rd D2 game of the season. They lost twice to ASU's D1 team and then to Arizona, who's D1 to start the season. But GCU kept it close. Marbach gets away from the forecheck, and his pass just works out to neutral ice. CSUN, a lethargic start to the 2nd period continues. Wilson steals from Hefty, goes caddy corner. Maralda gets around Marbach. Back to Maralda, but he fumbles it to neutral ice. Maralda over Hefty's head. GCU back onside. Ewan clears to Abaya, but he couldn't handle the pass. Deflected, no icing. Puck comes to Hansen. Cross ice, taken over by Lesick. Lesick to Abaya, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Abaya chips in and heads off. Norris around. Kramer chips it around to Rorick. Kramer able to regather. Back checked well by Hoover. 3-on-3 for CSUN. Lauren angled off. Sends further, taken over by Green. Green pressured by Rorick. Pass taken over by Lesick and sent in. CSUN starting to get some more pressure up ice, but no sustained zone time. Seppi has to play it as the icing's washed out. Shot by Cassio to get there first. Pang deflects in. CSUN trying to get a forecheck going. Keurig stabs to Green. And Norris leaves for Keurig, stolen by Rorick. Out front, just out of the reach of Blasco. CSUN almost turning the tables on GCU that time with a turnover in deep. Puck stays in the rink. Blasco chops it down the ice. No icing. Murphy around for Keurig. Gets it past Blasco. That was a dangerous pass. Norris leaves for Sullivan. Murphy. Blasco loses an edge. Ryans walks out front. Drops to Lesick. Lesick a drive, blocked. Thought Ryans may have had a look there, but elected to drop it back. No shot on goal, and here comes GCU. We have an injured Lope behind the play, and Blasco is going to go to the box. First power play of the game at 16-12. Roughing call to Blasco. An unnecessary penalty for Blasco to take. Matador PK now 85.7% on the year, a tremendously good number. 24 for 28 on the season, and they're 11 for 11 in their last 2 games. Perfect 5 for 5 last night against GCU. Penalty kill has been one of the strongest aspects of the Matador game early on this season. Kramer, of course, is out for the Lopes. He has the puck. Dishes to Hansen, couldn't handle it. Here comes Ryans. Barron-Gutt as well up ice. Barron-Gutt all alone, fought up by Norris. Big save for Michael Norris. Back the other way, Maralda. Maralda with 1:35 remaining on the power play. Again, GCU not crisp, and it comes out. Maralda, pass out of the reach of Rankin. Bowles a chance to clear, does. Period of the long change. Barron-Gutt makes sure he goes off. Hefty, Abaya, Marbach, and Bowles. Kramer off the stick of Maralda, not a good pass. Bowles all the time in the world, and he makes no mistake. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Wilson starts the breakout. Wilson angled off by Hefty, and it never got inside the zone. May have hit the linesman. Bulls again, lots of time. Closed in on by Cameron Wojnicki. Sends up this way, and it's out. No crispness to this power play whatsoever for GCU so far. 27 seconds to go on it. Green creates some space, pulls it into his wheelhouse, but it's deflected up and out of play. All of a sudden, a scoring chance for Trey Green, the returner. Sophomore from Moorhead, Minnesota. But a good stick by the Matadors defenseman. 22 seconds remaining on Blasco's roughing minor. Rorick out to take the draw against Wojnicki. GCU tried to feed Wojnicki a lot yesterday on the power play. Shot goes wide from Murphy. And Lesick clears out. That'll just about do it. Five seconds left on the power play. Green, not handled well by Cassio. Blasco out of the box as GCU is called for icing. The GCU 0 for 1 on the power play. 14-10 to go in the second. All the goals coming in the first. See if CSUN now can get some offensive flow going. Should get some momentum from that PK where they looked very strong once again. Rourke against Wilson on the draw. Rourke wins, but out of the reach of Lauren. And we're on the Olympic sheet tonight. First game of the season on the Olympic sheet for CSUN here at the Isoplex. And so far, I'd have to say it's favored the Matadors, but GCU has kind of evened things out here in the second so far. This is a good hockey game. Lauren dumps it in. Couric on around. Lesick to Peng. Peng to Hoover. Hoover to Rorick. Stopped by Norris. Nice work there. Crisp puck movement, and the Matadors get a scoring chance. Held in by Hoover. Tried to shoot, but didn't get a lot on it. Couric off the glass, comes to neutral ice. Lauren quickly in, CSUN's back onside. Couric's pass finds Kramer, who chips in. Maralda and Kramer have played a ton tonight for GCU. Their top two defensemen by far. Lauren checked off the puck, but he's right there to get it back. Did come out. Maralda brings it in offside. Stretched ahead by Johnny Cortez, his first shift of the game as it's shipped into the scoring bench. 12:50 remaining in the second. This is the period that's troubled GCU. They have a -8 goal differential coming in. Just 3 goals for, 11 goals against. Matadors getting 1 goal last night in the second period. Had a 2-0 lead going into the third. For CSUN, this is the only period coming in. They've had a positive goal differential at +1. We'll see how the rest of the second period shakes out. Blasco to Marbach. Marbach's pass off of Wilson's glove. Not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Ryan steals, but can't shoot. And that took a bite out of Green, but he stays in the play. Marbach pressured by a couple of Lopes. What a hit. Ryan's on Edgington. See if CSUN can get some juice from that. The captain laying his body. Ryan's again, a nice hit on Edgington. Ewan just to the reach of Blasco. The Green can't get it further. Barron got almost able to steal, but now here comes Maralda the other way. Gets around Ryanson. Blasco leaves for Green. Green shoots, stopped by Seppi. No rebounds. Matadors trying to get some energy in this middle period. It's not been a good one so far for CSUN. 11:59 to go. Last night, the first period was not good for the Matadors. Tons of turnovers. GCU just was not able to take advantage. Draws one by Wilson. Nice job by Abaya to force out to Goen. Goen flips on goal. And Norris lets it out for Couric. Hefty runs into Wilson, but Lessig's there. Lessig leaves for Hefty. If any line can get it going, it's this line. It's been the Matadors' best this season. Going. Tries to drop for Lessig, right to Wojnicki. Just out of the reach of Hefty. Bowles gets his head up, chips back into Lope territory. Wilson up that same wing, right to Bowles. Bowles off of Wilson, back to Bowles. Sloppy hockey this shift. Payne back checked by Hefty. Wilson a drive wide. Got a lot on it. Wojnicki out front. Held in by Kurek. His shot goes wide. Murphy gets it past Abaya. But now Hefty tons of time. Hefty reverses for Lessig. Stolen. Payne's first pass didn't work out. Second opportunity taken over by Lessig. CSUN dodges a bit of a bullet there. Cleared ahead. Possible break for Abaya. Abaya walks out front. Stopped by Norris. Rebound stopped by Norris. Another big kicked out by Norris. Three saves by Michael Norris. 2 on Abaya, 1 on Bowles. Keeps this a 1-goal game. Norris's 3rd career start against CSUN. For Seppi, his 1st career start against GCU. Offensive zone face-off as the Matadors continue to try and get their game going. Rourke against Parker. Rourke wins to Hoover. Lauren. His shot didn't get to Norris. Picked up by Rourke. Rourke. Shoot stop by Norris. Green trying to clear. Does. Settled by Lauren. Kramer up the wing. Hansen further right to Marbach. Lauren closed in on by Parker. Makes the play to Hoover. Hoover steals. It's pickpocketed by Green. Green. Nice job by Payne to get back and clear out. It's been a sloppy period for both sides, honestly. Just past the halfway mark of the hockey game. Icing on CSUN. 9:39 to go specifically. In the first, Hefty. And then Hoover. Followed by Wilson with just 30 seconds left in the period. Continues to be a 5-on-5 game. Just one minor to John Blasco. CSUN killed it off. It's really been the story of this game. Cassio, pressured by Lauren. Cassio skates away, but Rourke's there to deny. Rourke continues to get it done on both sides of the sheets. Stolen by Hoover. Hoover can fly, gets around Maralda. And it's covered up by Norris. Ice is still relatively good. There's too much oomph on that little chip by Hoover. Matador stop line hops over the boards. A very physical shift for them the last time out. Trying to get now some shots on Michael Norris. Ryan swings to Barron Gut. Quick shot wide. Norris didn't pick it up till the very last seconds. Ryans tries to stuff, didn't get on goal. The other way, Payne upended, and that's a penalty. Once again to Blasco. Blasco then shoves down Payne. Blasco's had a chippy second period, his second minor. Slashing call this time at 9 minutes, even GCU back to the power play. GCU's first power play not very successful. Trying for some better results this time. Ryanson, Barron got her out with Bowles and Lessig. Shot by Wilson blocked, cleared out by Barron Guts. And the clock is not started yet. Play whistle down.
Come on, scorekeeper, you're fired.
We do have a fill-in scorekeeper tonight for Brian Melblom. Kyle Serra has graciously filled in for Mel Blom. Used to be the public address announcer for Long Beach State. Trying to figure out how much time elapsed. Don't know that they can figure that out. Probably 20 seconds or so, I would say, elapsed. Maybe not even that much. It's been a battle tonight for the Matadors. This game is not an easy one for either side. If CSUN hopes to sweep GCU, got to get their offense going. Steve Gale in animated conversation with one of the refs. Ryans and Barrongut are talking with the other. Four-man officiating crew getting together. Face off in the center circle. Steve Gale calls the ref over again. Still no time has come off. Still a conversation between Steve Gale and one of the refs and one of the linesmen. Now 1 second has ticked off the clock. So, 8:59 remaining in the second. 1 second's ticked off the power play for GCU. They again get some more time. Ryan Barrongut, Lessick and Bulls, the penalty killers. Wilson carries the mail over top. Bulls checked down. Wojnicki given a rough ride by Ryan's penalty upcoming to CSUN. It's a charging call at 8:40. Don't know that I saw a charge there on Ryans, but goes to the box nonetheless. A 5-on-3 for GCU for 1:40. An interesting call, certainly. Didn't look like Ryans left his skates or ran at that low, but a huge moment in this hockey game. Green to Kramer, back to Green. Sends down low. Green, Kramer, shoots, it's blocked by Lessick. Green, one-timer, healed it. Green to Wojnicki as GCU overloaded that right side for a moment. GCU trying to get organized. Kramer, down low. And gets it back. Green one-timer, blocked by Bulls. Green to Kramer. Cross ice, shot scores! Wojnicki fires it home. Tie hockey game at 8 minutes, and GCU still on the power play. So CSUN scored the first 2 goals. GCU's scored the last 2. And once again, the clock is yet to run.
Are you blind today?
The GCU now 1 for 2 on the power play. And there should be 58 seconds remaining. There should be 118 actually remaining on the 5-on-4 power play for the Lopes. For Wojnicki, it's his first goal of the season, a sophomore from Escondido. Wojnicki's a returner for GCU. Hefty, nice pressure. Lauren stood up by Murphy. Murphy held Lauren, that's going to be a penalty. Marbach flips it ahead, knocked down. So that'll do it for the rest of the power play. 4-on-4 for the first time tonight. It's a holding call at 7:38. It's GCU's first penalty of the game as Murphy heads off. So it should be, well, actually no time has elapsed from Ryan's penalty, it looks like. So this is all screwed up. It's going to be 4-on-4 for a time. And then the Matadors barring more penalties to get their first power play. Abaya steps in the open lane. CSUN trying to get their game back as it's been GCU's period right from the get-go. Marbach's shot stopped by Norris, rebound, Hefty stopped by Norris. Hefty Johnny on the spot, but Norris continues a strong second period. Bowles goes for the hip check, got just enough of that lope. Green creeping in, shoots over top. Abaya first on it, 2-on-1. Abaya with Bowles. Abaya just out of the reach of Bowles, goes careening into the net, dislodging it. So it looks like 19 seconds remaining in Ryan's penalty. 4-on-4 for that long, and then CSUN gets their first power play. 6:59 remaining in the second. It was 2-1 CSUN coming into the period, but GCU's tied it on a 5-on-3. Berengut tracks it down. Berengut to Lauren, all kinds of time, just wide. What a chance for John Michael Lauren. Berengut stabs to Rourke. Ryan to the box. CSUN on the power play for a minute. And the net's dislodged. Faceoff's going to come outside the zone. So CSUN overall on the season now just 8.3% on the power play. They've got to find a way to get more power play goals. Just 2 for 24 overall in the year. Rourke scored a power play goal CSUN's second game of the season against Montana Tech. Quinton Abaya scored the next day against Weber State at the Boise State Showcase. And CSUN yesterday went 0 for 2 on the power play. Didn't obviously get a lot of chances. Payne and Green pick up the assist on Wojnicki's goal. 35 seconds remaining on CSUN's first power play. Ryans drops for Rourke. Rourke to Blasco. Now Rourke. Rourke shoots, blocked, rebound wide. Rourke again, just walking out front, creating some offense. Berengut shoots and scores! CSUN gets a power play goal there. Eli Berengut pots his 4th goal of the season, and that's his 14th career power play goal. Matadors back on top at 5:46. What a bomb there from Berengut. CSUN 1 for 1 on the power play as all of a sudden this has turned into a special teams game. That's a big one for the Matadors. Lesick gets his head up, run into by Wilson. And the puck comes out. Goin steals. Goin shoot stop by Norris. Ryans picks up the lone assist. Hefty takes the draw. Goin taps to Lesick. Shot stopped by Norris. They got through the screen. Bulls in deep. Hefty high sticked. That's a penalty. CSUN back to the power play at 5:04. Matadors put their top unit right back out as Murphy again sits for the Lopes. Back-to-back penalties for Sullivan Murphy. This would be a big one if CSUN can convert once again. Ryans. Sauces to Lauren. Big drive, stopped by Norris. Barron got on the rebound. Glove down by Hansen. Touched first by Blasco. Play continues. Blasco deflects up, gloved off by Norris. If GCU had touched there, that would have been a hand pass. Remember, in college hockey now, no hand passes, period, even if you're in your defensive zone. 1:38 remaining on the power play. 4:42 to go in the second. Each team has a goal so far in the middle frame. Blasco directing traffic. Blasco wins it. Ryans holds it. Barron got the goal score moments ago. Nice job by Maralda to steal and clear out. Two of the best players in this game dueling right there. Lauren to Rorick. Closed it on by Wilson. Cross ice Ryans. CSUN's onside. Ryans to Blasco. Stopped by Norris. No hand pass there. Touched by Barron got first. And Rorick can't hold the zone. Too bad there for the Matadors as they had GCU kind of on their heels. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Rorick to Barron Guts. Couldn't handle the pass. Kramer all the way down. Seppi plays it away from the forechecker. Rorick stretches to Abaya, fresh off the bench. Abaya tries to split the defense. Abaya checked by Maralda. Down to the ice. Hefty there to support. Matador's second unit now out. Bulls. Shoot, scores! Levi Bowles got it through. Back-to-back power play goals. CSUN back on top by 2. That's Bowles' first goal of the season, his 16th career goal, and his 4th career power play goal. All of a sudden, the power play alive and well. 2 minors by Sullivan Murphy is really damaged GCU late in the second. Teams have traded 2 goals tonight. CSUN got up 2, GCU with 2, and now Matadors answer back with 2. They're giving a goal to Hoover. So Hoover deflected it. And Garrett Hefty picks up the assist. Bowles should get at least an assist on that goal. But it's Hoover for the moment, his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season to lead the Matadors. And for Hoover, it's his first career power play goal, just chipped wide by Hefty. Abaya cycles for Goin. CSUN's got their game back. Trying to close out the period well. Going steals. Taken over by GCU. Green flips to neutral ice. Bowles, who again should at least get an assist as he shot the puck. Stretches off of Abaya's stick. Abaya, checked by Marolda. Pang's there to help. Pang just couldn't find the handle. Marbach off of Hefty. Abaya returns to Hefty. Oh, what a bump on Hansen. Hefty loses control. Taken over by Ewan. 2 minutes to go in the period. Green flips out, settled by Ewan. Norris leaves for Green. Oh, miscommunication. Hoover now going for the hat trick. Had 2 goals yesterday, 2 goals tonight. Ewan's shot blocked by Simmons. Marbach holds the zone. Pang pinned up by Marolda. Rorick's there. Rorick again walks out front. Tried to feed Hoover, denied by Green. Simmons dishes off. Outside bid blocked by Marbach. The other way, Hoover. What a weekend for Hoover. 4 goals. At least at the moment. Kramer's shots out by Seppi. 1:19 remaining in the second. Offensive zone face-off at Alope. An important draw here for the Matadors. Top lines out. Ryans against Cassio. Ryans wins it. Lesick up the wing for Blasco. Penalty coming to GCU. Touched up. High sticking call at 1:10. Cassio heads off. CSUN back to the power play. CSUN took the first 3 penalties of the game. GCU's taken the last 3. Matadors a perfect 2 for 2 on the power play. This will carry over should the Matadors not score. First 3 goals of the game at even strength. The last 3 have been on the power play. The script has been flipped here. In the second period, didn't see a penalty until 16-12 of this period. Barringett wins the draw to Lauren. Ryants. Lauren. Shoot, stopped by Norris. Kramer clears out. Less than a minute to go in the period. So the game clock's all you need to worry about. 45 seconds to go in the period. Rorick shovels it around for Ryants. Ryants to Lauren. Lauren to Blasco. Shot, and I don't believe it got on Norris. Rorick blocking out the sun. Ryants to Blasco. Big drive off the crossbar, and the puck stays in the rink. Ryants to Barringett. CSUN coming close there again. Rorick out front, no Matadors there. And Wilson clears out. Just 5 seconds left in the period. Lauren with 2 seconds to Rorick. And that'll do it. Rorick didn't quite realize how much time was left. But the Matadors, with a strong end of the period, exit up 1. One more than they came into the period with. In the second, Wojnicki scored in a 5-on-3 to tie the game. But then Barringett on the power play from Ryants gave CSUN a 3-2 lead. And Hoover deflected home a point shot from Levi Bowles. And Garrett Hefty picks up an assist as well as CSUN leads 4-2. Matadors 2 for 2 on the power play, get the remainder of their third to begin the third. GCU 1 for 3 on the power play. We'll be back in a moment to recap all the stats and scoring plays on the Matador Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Van Ode. End of the second period, CSUN 4, Grand Canyon 2. Going back to the first, Garrett Hefty opened the scoring, his second goal of the season from Mason Ewan and Quinton Abaya at even strength. And then it was Matt Hoover potting his third goal of the weekend, fifth of the season, to lead the Matadors. Assisted by Cameron Rourke and Tommy Peng, and even strength made it 2-0 CSUN. With just 30 seconds left in the period, Luke Wilson potted his third goal of the season from Colton Edgington and Brett Kramer at even strength, and they are the gap to 2-1. In the second, at 6 minutes, make it 8 minutes even. Cameron Wojnicki scored 5-on-3, his first goal of the season, from Jeff Payne and Trey Green to tie the game at 2, but then CSUN got the power play going. Eli Berengut scored his fourth goal of the season, and for Berengut, his 14th career power play goal from Ryans to make it a 3-2 CSUN lead. And then a little over 2 minutes later, Matt Hoover deflected home a Levi Bowles point shot. Hoover's fourth goal of the weekend, sixth of the season to lead the Matadors, and his first career power play goal in a CSUN sweater, assisted by Bowles and Hefty. So Hefty a goal and an assist tonight. That's Hefty's first multi-point game of the season, his 8th career multi-point game, a senior in his second year from Camarillo. And another strong game for Matt Hoover. Back-to-back for the moment, multi-goal games, as he had 2 goals last night in the third period. He'll be looking for the hat trick in the third period. And it's a good thing the Matadors' power play is finally come alive. Only 2 power play goals the entire season coming into tonight. They get 2 power play goals in back-to-back power plays, as Sullivan Murphy was called for holding and then high sticking. It really hurt GCU as they trail by 2 heading into the final frame. CSUN 2 for 2 on the power play, get the remainder of their third to begin the third, and GCU is 1 for 3 on the power play. Shots on goal in the second, 11-7 favor the Matadors. Overall in the game, CSUN leads 21-19. We'll step aside. There's about 8 minutes remaining in the intermission. We'll come back with a few more notes to pass along to you, and we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard as well. CSUN up 2 on the Matador Sports Network. Travis Van Nody back with you with the Simi Valley Isoplex on the Olympic sheet at the end of 2. Matadors up 2 on GCU. Time now to check the out-of-town scoreboard and overall in WCHC conference play on the weekend. First of all, Long Beach State beat LMU last night 8-3. LMU beat Cal State Fullerton tonight 4-3, and Long Beach State beat Chapman in their first ever WCHC conference game 8-1. So Long Beach State's now 2-1 in conference. They're all alone in first place. LMU is 1-1. Cal State Fullerton is 1-1. And Chapman is 0-1. And as for San Diego State, they are also, I think they're 1-0 overall in their WCHC conference slate. So Long Beach currently in first place in the WCHC, 4 points. San Diego State, Cal State Fullerton, and LMU all tied for second place, 2 points apiece. CSUN's in fifth place. They're yet to play. They'll be the last WCHC team to get their conference schedule underway. And that first game is next Saturday against Cal State Fullerton here. And Chapman is in last place. Checking other scores around the West region tonight. And of course, there was a lot of them. Northern Arizona. They sweep Arizona State with a 10-0 victory tonight. I believe it was 8-0 last night. So NAU sweeps Arizona State, and they outplay them pretty badly. Looks like Arizona State is having a bit of a down year, and NAU looks to be one of the top teams again in the West region. San Diego State beat UCLA last night 5-3. Tonight, a much bigger deficit. They beat UCLA 10-2. And GCU is actually playing San Diego State tomorrow down at Poway Ice. So GCU has been staying in Norco over the weekend. So they had to drive from Norco up here last night to Simi, went back to Norco last night, drove back up. They go back down to Norco tonight. Then they have to go down to San Diego to finish off their 3-game weekend. And San Diego State's trying to make it a 3-0 weekend tomorrow against GCU. Denver beats Colorado 4-3, so DU continues their strong start to the season. Northern Colorado beats Colorado State 4-2. UNC sweeps Colorado State, and the Rams still are having a tough time in Division II. Weber State hangs on to beat Metro State 5-4. That was a very good game from what I understand. Earlier on in the day, Santa Clara beat Santa Rosa Junior College 5-1. We talked a lot about Santa Rosa over the Boise State Showcase. They played a 4-game road trip in Minnesota, and it did not go well for Santa Rosa. They were outscored a total of 77-1. They lost, I believe it was 16-1, then 25-0, then 17-0, then 19-0. So Santa Rosa last night beat UC Santa Cruz, I believe it was 13-3 or 13-5, and then they lose tonight against Santa Clara 5-1. And Midland once again beats Williston State, who was the #1 seed in the West region last year. Midland is a D1 team. And Midland once again shuts out Williston State 7-0. So that just goes to show how big the gap is between D1 and D2. Williston is a very good team, obviously, in D2. It's their second year in the ACHA. They were the #1 seed at regionals last year from the West region. Yet, they were shut out in both games against Midland. And so that is the gap that GCU is trying to narrow as they try to move up to Division I eventually. And we'll see if there are any more scores here quickly. UTEP beats Texas Tech 6-3. UTEP actually lost to Texas State last week, so UTEP looks to be maybe a bit down this season after making regionals last year as the #7 seed. Boise State beats Montana State 5-2. No surprise there. And that looks to be it for scores in the West region. So a lot of action tonight in the West region. Cal State Fullerton goes 0-2 this weekend. They lost last night to USC 10-5, and then they come up just short against LMU tonight 4-3. So it looks to be a bit of a muddled mess, I think, at the WCHC to begin. We'll see if maybe CSUN and particularly San Diego State can kind of bridge a gap between themselves and the rest of the WCHC back, but don't expect the WCHC to be a cakewalk this season. LMU looks to have improved, although maybe not as much as we all thought. Long Beach State has improved as well, and San Diego State is always San Diego State. Matadors making their way back out onto the ice. GCU has hit the ice. Matadors win leading after 2 periods of play this season, 1-0. That result was last night against the Lopes when trailing after 2 periods of play this season. GCU is 1-3 now. 2 games ago against Colorado State, they trailed 3-2 going into the third and eventually won 6-4. The Matadors begin the third period on the power play. It's their third of the game. They're a perfect 2 for 2. Barron Guts and then Hoover. Back-to-back power play goals. Tail end of the second has given them a 4-2 cushion. Matadors trying to get back to 500 on the year, 2-3 overall. Trying to sweep GCU. This is the second and final meeting between these two teams. The Matadors really do need to sweep GCU. It would be a big boost up in the rankings. Cassio was called for high sticking at 1:10. So there should be about 50 seconds remaining in CSUN's third power play. It's been an interesting game tonight. GCU, not the best of first periods, but they really turned it on in the second. CSUN was back on their heels. But GCU's undisciplined play is really what got the Matadors game going again. And they had 2 power play goals on the entire season coming into tonight. They had 2 power play goals in back-to-back power plays in that middle frame to take a 2-goal lead once more. We'll see who the Matadors start here on the power play. Huge third period about to begin. It's going to be the second unit to start. Hefty, Hoover, Abaya, with Bowles and Lessick at the points. Time is yet to be put up on the board. Both teams banging their sticks on the boards. They know what a big third period this is. We'll start play with the time not on the clock, but again, there should be about 50 seconds left in the power play. Matadors trying for a couple of quick chances. Bowles to Lessick. Should be about 30 seconds left in the power play now. Work to Bowles. Bowles shot, didn't get to Norris, and cleared out. Hefty trying for a quick up. Hefty drops for Lessick. Lessick to Bowles, one-timer just wide. Bowles picked up the primary assist on the Matadors' last goal as Hoover deflected his point shot home. Out of the box, Cassio, shot stopped by Norris. So CSUN 2 for 3 on the power play. Possible breakaway for Cassio, but he loses an edge on the fresh sheets. Bit upset at himself. Hefty into the zone. Taken over by GCU, knocked down by Hoover, who continues to have a sparkling weekend. Now Cassio with it. Cassio drops, but it's right to Abaya. Abaya quickly for Hoover. Hoover one-on-one. Hoover shoots, glove save Norris. Hoover going for the hat trick there. Norris with the glove save. 1 minute, 32 seconds gone by in the third period. Matadors top line out. Berengut takes the draw with Marbach and Yu into the points. Berengut wins the draw. Leaves for Ryan. Shot stopped by Norris. Made something out of nothing there right off the draw. Blasco's pass picked up by Parker. Ewan pressured by Payne. Payne chips in. Ewan reverses away from Parker. Sends to Blasco. Blasco works out to Ryans behind Baron Guts. Kramer onside. Kramer dishes in deep. Parker, centering pass blocked. Wilson to Parker, shot stopped by Seppi. Baron Guts realizes the puck was there. Ryans supports and clears the zone. Takes a weird hop on the ice. But English on that one. Play whistle down. Not quite sure what the call is. Steve Gale wants an explanation. One of the refs talking to Danny Roy. Really not sure what that call was. Was blown down by an intentional offside, I was told. At any rate, we resume play. Shot a weak one from Thomas. Lessig on the backhand. It's held in nicely by Maralda. Reznikov a chance to clear. Held in by Maralda. Orms-Dobler plays out. Matador's fourth line getting a shift here. Hansen pressured by Reznikov, taken by Maralda. Maralda stood up by Lessig. That was a gamble there from Lessig, but it pays off. Lessig, patient with the puck, sends to Lauren. Lauren flips in deep. CSUN rolls a change. 16:37 remaining in the third. Winding it up, Kramer, always dangerous on the rush. Stick checked away by Reznikov. Ewan to Marbach, has trouble with it. Able to get it to Steinfeld, back to Marbach. Steinfeld definitely paid for that. What a big bump. And that's actually a penalty on GCU, touched up by Kurek. A boarding call at 16:11, so Steinfeld draws a power play. Gets a pat by Alex Ryans. First penalty of the third period. CSUN's fourth of the game. They're 2 for 3. So no penalties in the first. CSUN took 3 straight in the second, but GCU's taken the last 4 as they've really kind of come unglued discipline-wise. And Kramer's in the box as well. That's an important penalty killer in the box for GCU. Lauren shoots, glove save Norris, and right off the draw, we have a penalty. It's on GCU. Payne doesn't like the call, but it's a holding. 4 seconds into the power play, CSUN gets a 5-on-3 for 1:56. A huge chance for the Matadors here to perhaps put this game away early in the third period. Top units out. Baron Gut wins the draw, but it goes in between the defensemen. Still plenty of time for the Matadors on this elongated 5-on-3. Both teams have had a 5-on-3 now. GCU converted on theirs. It was their second goal of the game to tie it. Lauren to Ryans. Ryans shoots, it's blocked. Here comes Green. Green back checked well by Ryans. Ryans tries to dangle, stick checked away by Meralda. Ryans, and it's out of the reach of Rorick. 1:10 remaining on the 5-on-3. Lauren back in quickly. Lauren to Hefty. Hefty shoots, it's blocked by Wilson out. Hefty in a prime spot there, but Wilson took away the shooting lane. Hefty to Hoover, who's looking for the hat trick. Hoover needs some help. Hoover back for Bowles. Bowles to Hefty. Bowles. Bowles shoots wide. And that'll come out to neutral ice. Picked up by Wilson. Big bump by Bowles. Almost puts him into his own bench. Sheppy. I don't know why that was blown dead. It was just sitting there. Seppi clearly did not have that puck covered, but it's blown dead anyway. So a break for GCU. Offensive zone face-off on this PK. 27 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Hansen, Keurig, and Meralda the penalty killers. Hefty wins the draw to Bowles. CSUN trying to get organized. Bowles to Hefty. CSUN's offside. Just can't do that on a 5-on-3. Cardinal sin. .16 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. And if nothing else, this has given momentum to GCU for the moment. Bowles met by Murphy. Bowles takes. That'll just about do it for the 5-on-3. Kramer out of the box. And now Payne out of the box. GCU has killed off the 5-on-3 disadvantage. Stabbed ahead, possible 2-on-1, now a 3-on-1 maybe. But it's not handled by Hansen. GCU's offside, they touch up. Matadors 2 for 5 on the power play. 13:50 remaining in the third. It's still a 2-goal cushion. CSUN's again offside. A chance for the Matadors to possibly put the game away, but they completely fumble it. The game still in doubt with more than 13 minutes to go. That was more about CSUN not executing than GCU's penalty kill, to be quite honest. Norris taps to Kramer. Glove down, stolen by Ryans. Blasco just wide. What a look there for Blasco, who owes the Matadors one after 2 penalties in the second. Barron gets shot blocked. GCU the other way. Knocked down with a high stick. Touched by Parker. CSUN's calling for the faceoff to be all the way down. Looks like it will be. So an offensive zone faceoff on the high stick by Cody Parker. 13:23 to go in the third. It was 2-1 CSUN after the first. So CSUN's scored 2 goals in each period. GCU's scored 1 goal in each period. And Seppi thought that was going to be icing. It's washed out. Blasco with time. Out of the reach of Barrongut. Barrongut, nice hustle, but Kramer way too far ahead of the speedy Barrongut. Icing on CSUN. So it goes from an offensive zone faceoff for the Matadors to an offensive zone faceoff for the Lopes. Blasco is going to take the draw. A natural centerman wins to Marbach. Rorick has Barrongut up ice, deflected further by Blasco. This is a mixed line right now. Rorick's on the top line with Barrongut and Blasco. Barrongut, who has a goal tonight. So Rorick, he's been searching for a goal. He's had a couple of opportunities. Able to get it to Blasco. Now Pang is out on this line. Marbach down low for Rourke. Rourke off the back of the net, taken by Green. Green with speed. Shoots, it's blocked by Marbach, out of play. Nice job by Marbach to get in the shooting lane. 12:22 to go in the third. Matadors trying to sweep GCU. Improved to 500 on the season. They're 2-3. GCU searching for their second win of the season. They're 1-4 before going down to play San Diego State tomorrow. Not an easy task. GCU trying for a late change. They should not be able to do that. They're the visitor. Rankin has to go back to the bench. Wilson stays out. But honestly, Wilson is the better player. Rourke wins the draw to Hoover. But it's taken over by GCU. Kramer's shot blocked. Here comes Hoover. Hoover to Rourke, just out of his reach. Hurek up the wing, settled by Lessig. Lessig pressured, yields a turnover, taken by Lauren. Lauren flushed out. Tape to tape Pang, 3-on-2 perhaps. Pang being walked by Hurek. Pang cycles. Hoover checked down legally by Wilson. Rourke walks out front, backhand bid wide. Pang first on it, checked by Wilson. Cluster of players dig for it. Let's go CSUN again, the chant. Here on the Olympic sheet of the Isoplex. Dug free to Hoover. Hoover leaves for Lauren. Back to Hoover. Hoover checked down by Kramer legally. Held him by Lauren. Lauren's shot doesn't hit the ceiling. Rourke pressures Wilson. This is a tough shift. Rourke digs it free. Hoover shoots, stopped by Norris. Rebound, scores! That's the hat trick for Matt Hoover, his first career one. Hay is cheaper, grass is free. Marry a farmer and you'll get all three. The Matadors' first hat trick of the season. For Hoover, what a weekend now. 7 goals on the year. Matadors their biggest lead at 11:09. Matt Hoover, my goodness. 5 goals this weekend, 2 last night in the third, and the hat trick goal here tonight. Rourke and Pang pick up the assist, just as what happened on the second CSUN goal. Play whistle down. An unreal game for Matt Hoover. He is certainly showing a penchant to put the puck in the net. It's what the Matadors desperately need. They need some depth scoring this season with the tough schedule they've put together. Matadors have scored 3 straight since GCU tied the game at 8 minutes of the second on a 5-on-3. Matt Hoover led COC 2 seasons ago in scoring. That was COC's last season as a program. Hoover did not play at all last year. Oh, what a chance there. It was curled wide by Cassio. GCU not done yet. Meralda's shot didn't get to Seppi. Hoover took him just a bit of time to get back in the swing of things, and he has found his scoring touch now with CSUN. Marbach out of the reach of Wormsdobler, but the Matadors cleared the zone. That's the important thing now, no turnovers for CSUN with a 3-goal lead. Nice back check by Wormsdobler, cleared out by Bowles. Past the halfway mark of the third. That goal was created just from hard work by the Rourke line, all 3 of them. Going, flips it up the ice. But that goes for icing. 9:36 left. Matadors' biggest lead. The game's been tied once. Other than that, CSUN's led. Hefty opened the scoring in the first, followed by Hoover. Answered by Wilson in the second. Wojnicki 5-on-3 tied the game. Berengut, then Hoover on the power play, both of them. Hoover here in the third has made it 5-2. Wilson's shot off the draw wide. Abaya, pressured by Payne, skates away, dishes to Bowles. Bowles met by two. Lopes yields a turnover. Keurig shot blocked by Bowles. Wilson out front through Parker. Abaya a chance to skate the other way. Abaya, a little chip play. First on the puck. Going out front, just out of the reach of Hefty. Kevin Stanke can't hold the zone. CSUN's back onside. What a job by the Matadors. Down a couple of players this weekend, Evan Wright and Jack Maxton. Stanke given a rough ride by Wilson. But they've come together and mixed the lines, and it's worked out. Stretch to Abaya. Abaya waiting for some help, drops for Hefty. Hefty, patient with the puck. Hefty to Blasco, tried to give to Stanke, stabbed out by Simmons. Puck stays in the ring, Matadors complete a change. Murphy all the way down the ice. Green gets there first, no icing. Green out front, taken away by Berengut. Good defensive position. Berengut winds it up. Berengut shoots, followed up by Norris. 8:02 remaining in the third. Time starting to become a factor for GCU. Remember, 16 skaters for the Lopes, 3 goalies. Matadors have continued to roll 4 lines all night, and it's worked out. Berengut takes the draw, able to win it to Lauren. Lauren makes the prudent play. Stolen by Blasco. Blasco leaves for Ewan, a drive, blocked. Ewan holds in, loses an edge. Now here comes GCU. Shot blocked by Ryan on the back check, and the net's dislodged. That was Thomas with the bid. Ryans, what a back check. Play slowing a bit. 7:37 to go in the third. Change in line. The red-hot Matt Hoover back out onto the ice. Hoover, first of all, picked up the first multi-goal game of the season for the Matadors last night, and he gets the first hat trick of the season tonight. What a battle off the face-off there. It's cleared out by CSUN. Murphy gets there ahead of Hoover. Stabs to Meralda. Worked in by Payne. Bowles to Hoover. Weak clearing attempts. Shot by Parker wide. Bowles again. Chips it around to Wilson. Glove down by Marbach. Marbach back across for Hoover. Clears the zone this time. Under 7 to go. GCU making one final push here. Wilson, he's onside. Wilson in front. Seppi couldn't cover. Rourke a chance to skate. Pang needs a change. Stabbed ahead by Furnow, taken by Rourke. Rourke's been all over the ice tonight. Going to flex, right side of the red line. GCU's got to get a goal about every 2 minutes right now to have a chance. No icing. Lesick reverses for Stanke. Another shift for Kevin Stanke. Bit of a miscommunication. Lesick stabs to Abaya. Sent right back in. GCU is still offside. Casio finally realizes it. That's about a 10-second runoff there for CSUN. Stanky up the wing for Hefty. Intercepted. Stanky again to Hefty. Hefty winding it up, looking for goal number 2. Chips in. Smart play there by Hefty. CSUN's got the game in hand, just no turnovers, the name of the game right now. We'll see if maybe GCU pulls the goalie. They did pull the goalie last night, but they had a power play late, so it was a 6-on-4. It was a 3-goal deficit last night as well. Remember, goal differential, it's one of the factors in the computer ranking now. Abaya looking for a hip check. Maralda able to skate with it. Covered up by Seppi. .453 left. Game's been tied once. CSUN's led the other times. A strong finish to this game for the Matadors. The start of the second period, it wasn't looking good. GCU made a real push, but CSUN was able to get back on top with the power play, which is a good sign. And they've been able to have a strong third period as well. Ryans takes the draw. It's won by Green. No shot. Green. Drops it for Edgington. Back for Maralda. Actually a penalty at the end of that play. Shot over top. Big rebound. Edgington stopped by Seppi. So this is actually a GCU power play, their 4th of the game. Ewan's in the box. Short-handed. Ryan stopped by Norris. GCU again 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. They got their lone power play goal on a 5-on-3 to tie the game at the time. Ryans finishing his checks. Leading by example tonight, Alex Ryans. He's had a strong game. Another bump by Ryans. Seppi, meanwhile, keeps it out. Just a pleasure to watch Alex Ryans on that shift. Physical to the end. .104 remaining on the power play for GCU. Rorick against Wilson. Hoover, good position, forces it out. So Hoover getting some PK time now, offside. Should be an intentional offside, and it is. Not a smart play there by Luke Wilson. Knew it was offside, and they're going to have to skate now practically 200 feet. .54 seconds remaining on the power play for GCU. 3:47 to go in the third. Rorick wins the draw. Bowls a drive wide. Lesick holds in. GCU trying to get reorganized. Wilson drops for Keurig. Oh, Rorick up ice, almost able to steal there. Rung in by Payne. Seppi can't cut it off. Wilson met by Hoover, dug free and cleared out by Rorick. Another strong defensive play by Cameron Rorick. 20 seconds to go on the power play. A lot of good stuff tonight for the Matadors, just all around. Their all-around game very strong. Continuing to build as the season goes along. Fur now leaves for Casio out front, deflected away. Pang, a strong stick clears out. That's the end of the PK. The GCU 1 for 4 on the man advantage. 2:48 left. We'll keep our eye on Norris, see if Danny Roy elects to pull him or not. Norris looking toward the bench. Oh, Maralda able to slip a hip check out front tonight by Abaya. 2-on-1 for CSUN, maybe a 3-on-1. Bowles To Abaya, drops it for going, stopped by Norris. The Bulls hit up high.
Let's go. Get rowdy.
A Bulls giving a shot there. See if that's a penalty. Not quite sure how that's not a penalty. A clear shot to the face well after the whistle, but no penalty. 2:24 to go. Hefty wins the draw to Lauren. His shot skips on Norris, stop, big rebound, and it's collected by Hefty. Lauren down low, 50-50 puck. Kramer gets away from going. Abaya's there. Rankin has his pocket picked. Again held in the zone, stopped by Norris, pitchforked out. Race for the puck. Lauren checks Hansen. Hansen able to regather. Cycles, and it's taken over by Marbach. Murphy holds the zone. Rankin through the crease and wide. Abaya loses an edge, as well as Keurig. Drive by Hansen wide. 1:25 left. Norris still in the crease. Looks like he's going to stay in the net. Going. Nice little check there on Thomas, and it's cleared out. It's going. Nice shift. Very physical. Lauren, he's onside. CSUN looking for one more here. Abaya leaves for Blasco, who's covering at the point. 1 minute to go. Here comes Keurig. Nice back check by Abaya. Sent out front, no Lopes there. Blasco, flip play. Tape to Hefty. Hefty, nice pirouette. In front off of Blasco's skates. Half a minute to go. Nice step up there by Stanke. Stanke's shot goes wide. Bryant's fresh off the bench. Dangles, checked down legally. Lesick able to steal from Payne. 15 seconds to go. Blasco plays in. Strong finish to this one for CSUN. And they end up sweeping Grand Canyon with a 5-2 victory. So as the two teams shake hands, the Matadors are back to 500 at 3-3, and Grand Canyon heads down to San Diego State tomorrow with a 1-5 record. Lots to like about the Matadors game tonight. Strong defensively as always, but the power play finally got going. They had 2 power play goals coming into tonight overall on the season. They scored 2 power play goals in the second period, and that's really what did it for the Matadors. Game-winning goal is the 3rd goal, and for the 2nd consecutive night, the game-winning goal goes to Eli Berengut, who led the Matadors in game-winning goals last season with 6. He's got 2 this season. The game was tied once. There were no lead changes. Star of the game, Matt Hoover. First career hat trick as a Matador. As they salute the crowd here on the Olympic sheet of the Isoplex. Vincent Seppi picks up the win, improves his record to 2-1 on the season. And losing goaltender is Michael Norris, drops his record to 0-2, played the entire game, and gave up all 5 goals. So again, CSUN back to 500, and they sweep Grand Canyon, an important sweep this weekend. Grand Canyon drops to 1-5. Well, CSUN's next game is Saturday, a week from today. 7:15 will be on the air on the Matador Sports Network right here on YouTube. Cal State Fullerton comes to town. It's the Matadors' first WCHC conference game of the season. The Matadors are starting to round into form now. Pretty much all facets of their game are clicking tonight. They go 2 for 5 on the power play. GCU goes just 1 for 4, and they scored on a 5-on-3. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Travis Van Ode calling it a night. We'll speak with you next Saturday when Cal State Fullerton comes to town. CSUN beats GCU last night by a 4-2 score, and they ended up sweeping the Lopes and are now 4-0 all time against GCU with a 5-2 victory here tonight. Good night from Simi Valley.